Jim, you beat everybody in the Big Ten. You go out and beat the SEC champion. You beat the Pac-12 champion. 15-0 making Michigan history. You're a history buff. This one will go down in the books forever. How fondly will you look back at this team?
I'm gonna get a tattoo that says 15-0.
No, you're not.
I'm doing it. I made that vow. I made that promise, and I'm going to do it. I like to quote J.J. McCarthy, bet.
We begin tonight with the homecoming for the national champion, Michigan Wolverines.
Coach Harbaugh gave us the itinerary when he was on with us last night. They had to check out by 1, get the incidentals figured out. I don't know how much sleep happened in Houston last night. Pull it down. You just did that. All that stuff. Well, tonight, kind of a surreal scene, like the Pope or something on a balcony in Ann Arbor. Coach Harbaugh addressing the Michigan faithful a day after the school's first national championship in 25 years.
Isn't that pretty cool? High fives all around as Coach Jim Harbaugh greeted the crowd tonight.
The party comes about 24 hours after the Wolverines picked off the Washington Huskies to cap an undefeated season and claim the national title.
A hero's welcome in Ann Arbor. Coach Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines returning to campus as national champions.
We never lost sight of the mission. We completed the mission. And I want to thank all of you for coming out here tonight. You're weathering the storm just like the 2023 Michigan football team weathered the storm. It's an honor to have y'all out here tonight with us to celebrate Michigan being national champions!
Talked about this last night in one big thing. He started 49-22 and hadn't beaten Ohio State then. That COVID year was a fiasco. But Michigan's 40-3 in the last 3 seasons. They beat Ohio State all 3. They make the playoff each of the last 3, and they finish it off with not just 1 win in the playoff, but the 2 they needed for their first title since '97. Harbaugh became the 5th head coach since 1960 to win a title at his alma mater.
Indeed it is. Michigan wins the national title. Booger McFarland with us all morning long, and there he is, Sir Paul Feinbaum, who has been Jim Harbaugh's long-standing sparring partner, all of the back and forth over all the years, and so the table is set. America is waiting. Paul, Jim Harbaugh has won the national championship. What is your reaction?
I don't know if I've ever been more wrong about anything in my entire life. I didn't think the guy would ever beat Ohio State. I said on your show a couple of years ago, if I live to be 150, and I'm getting close. But the point being, this is truly remarkable. And I don't want to be wrong about something, Greeny. You never want to be wrong. But if you're going to be epically wrong, out of this constellation, out of this universe wrong, I'll take it. And I think Jim Harbaugh has silenced all those who doubted him in the early days. I'm not talking about what's happened this year. That's a whole different story. But in the end, he has proven everyone wrong.
So, Paul, before we let this go, because we cannot just allow you to be happy with this. The world does not want Paul Feinbaum happy with Jim Harbaugh here. My friend Jeff Saturday has a question for you. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
Well, for my 2 SEC men, here's my question. If Georgia was in that 4, who's hoisting the trophy last night?
Michigan. I have said all along I thought Georgia was the top team in the country, but after last night, I changed my mind. And listen, hey, I say this to Georgia. If you wanted to be the champion, beat Alabama. Quit losing to them. And ultimately, the best team is the national champion.
Booger, can you believe this? This is a moment unlike anything I've ever heard.
SEC traitor.
They're going to lose their minds in the southeastern part of the country. Paul Feinbaum just said Michigan was better than Georgia. Booger.
Well, the SEC's long run is over. Jim Harbaugh, Michigan national champs. Joel Klatt, voice of college football for Fox Sports. 10 wins first year, national championship final year. What's his legacy from what he took over to what he finished?
I don't see how he's anything short of a Schembechler-esque legacy. I fail to see why his legacy wouldn't be up there with the greats in the history
Jimmy
of Michigan
Johnson,
football.
Pete Carroll.
Last night was the most hopeful and inspirational national championship game that college football has had in 15 years.
Yeah.
And the reason is because it no longer has to look one way. It doesn't have to be that you've had a top 3 or 4 recruiting class for 4 straight years, and you've got a top 3 composite roster littered with 10 or more 5-star athletes. For 15 years, that's what it had to be. You could not win a national championship unless you were LSU with Burrow, Bama or Clemson or Georgia.
Yeah.
It just, it wasn't possible. Okay, Ohio State did it with a roster that was incredibly talented in 2014.
They've always had an
SEC
SEC level roster there.
And last night, we saw 2 developmental rosters filled with veteran players, really good coaches, and the team that won, their average recruiting class in the last 4 years was outside of the top 10. Their composite roster from a talent perspective is ranked 14th in the country this year, and they had exactly 2 5-star players. It no longer has to be what it used to be in college football. There are now 15 to 20 programs that I believe wake up today and can legitimately say, we can do that. We can do that.
Saturday was a day for the ages in Ann Arbor. The national champion Wolverines held a parade down State Street. Even wind chills in the high single digits didn't freeze the spirit of Wolverine fans, making this a memorable occasion for the players and staff.
You've had so many wonderful emotions with all the wins and all the highs this year. What was that parade like in comparison?
Combining all those, emotions into one. Just thank the fan base for being out there and supporting us today. They came deep, and it was just really awesome to feel the love.
People lined the curbs of State Street, some well above street level, taking in the scene, making their thoughts about Team 144 known. From fan favorite Blake Corum wearing a "Business is Finished" shirt to Trevor Keegan losing his shirt, going tarps off for the crowd. Michigan football has a message for their loyal fans. What does this mean to you?
It means the world to me, just seeing everyone out here. Let's go! And we're just happy to do this for the state of Michigan. Woo! Enjoying every second.
And this is for y'all. The fans absolutely outdid themselves. We feel the love more than ever.
There you go, the national champions of college football.
That was the best parade ever. Just unbelievable, insane.
When you look at the people out there lining up to see you guys, what strikes you most about their passion for this program?
I mean, it was just off the charts. It was that was by far the best parade I've ever seen, participated in, or even watched on TV. That was amazing.
I got almost 100 texts last night, as if I played the game. But and I think it's just because I wear my school on my sleeve and what it means to me. I'm getting emotional right now. I cannot believe I woke up today a national champion in football. And the guy who did it is the guy who I was awestruck by when I was a freshman in college. At 18 years old. I cannot believe it. As a 54-year-old man, he's now 60. Michigan has over 1,000 wins in its lifetime now. Marking of time. And I'll never forget this year. This is truly the greatest sports experience I've had in my life. And I'm a diehard Yankee fan. That's what this means to me. And go blue to everybody out there for whom it means that much too as well. And there's millions of us. Millions.
The temperatures may be low, but the spirits are high here in Ann Arbor. Just less than a week ago, the Wolverines topped off their perfect season, bringing a national title back to Michigan. Now today is all about celebrating. It started off with a celebration parade all the way down State Street, leading right here to Chrysler Center in front of a sold-out crowd for the national championship celebration.
Man, with everything that's been going on these last few months, man, these guys right here, man, these men that we've been working with, all we could do, man, with the support of all you guys, man, all we did was sit there and grind, man. We didn't have to do all the talking. We're not in the talking business. We're in the ass-kicking business. And, yes, sir. And business is booming. Let's go.
You guys came up big when we needed you. Ohio State came when Zach went down. You guys lifted us up. And especially in the Rose Bowl when they started playing that Dixieland Delight bullshit. All right. So I got this little thing. This season, we came here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And we were all out of bubble gum.
I'm gonna try not to swear in front of y'all because I know my mama's somewhere in the audience, you know. I ain't trying to embarrass her right now, but man, it has been nothing but an honor and a privilege to be a part of this Michigan family. Everybody said Michigan was special, but you don't know until you come into the city of Ann Arbor just how big college football is, just how big Michigan football is.
And as far as this season goes, when they doubted, when they disrespected, when they called us names, they said we were cheaters, they said we didn't deserve what we have, none of that mattered to us. We stayed focused, kept our heads on straight, and week to week, we just gave spankings out.
These last 4 years here have been nothing I could ever dreamed of, and it's because of the guys who we surrounded ourselves with. It's because of you guys, and I can't thank y'all enough. I love y'all so much. It didn't matter if we were playing a home game. It didn't matter if we were playing a away game. You guys were always there in the big house, packing it out, 110,000 plus. We took up half of other people's stadiums. Man, I can't thank y'all enough. It's been a great ride.
Was also awarded the Associated Press National Championship Trophy. We got one guy throwing, and the other guy with one of the greatest interceptions in Michigan football history.
Mighty men who chose to be unselfish and play together as a team. You attacked each day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. You are Michigan football legends, beloved sons of Michigan, mighty men, and now known simply as national champions. Team 144, we salute you, a band of brothers. Thank you.
Congrats to the Michigan Wolverines. An absolutely dominating performance where the Washington Huskies could have made it a game, but instead the Michigan defense continued to smother. The Michigan offense continued to be explosive.
Right.
They go over 400 and some yards total, 350 plus on the ground.
Jeez.
The most dominant win, I think, from a physicality standpoint that we have seen in some time.
Michigan beats Washington in the national championship game last night. Michigan is a national champion. If you're 25 years old, you have not known a world in which Michigan is a national powerhouse. You've known Michigan as a national brand. You've known Michigan as a historic program. You've known your dad and your grandpa to tell you stories about once upon a time, but you yourself have not known Michigan as a team that was any threat to have this happen, to have blue and maize confetti rain down all over them. Well, it happened. I witnessed, I picked some of it up for myself. It happened last night at NRG Stadium. Have we forgotten it was Michigan that eliminated the SEC? It was Michigan that ensured we were not going to have an SEC team in the final. You were told, you were sold a bill of goods for a little while that the formula to win a championship was something that about 3 to 5 programs in America were capable of pulling off. That was a lie. It was always a lie. Michigan just dispelled it, and if they didn't last night, Washington would have even more thoroughly dispelled it.
How do you respond to the haters who think that this title is tainted?
I mean, should I respond to them in the same way? One of my favorite sound bites from our SportsCenter years, Dan, was Patrick Waugh saying, I can't hear you with my ring in my ear.
Sharon Moore is not a Michigan man, but he is the man at Michigan. Breaking news, Michigan is hiring Sharon Moore to replace Jim Harbaugh as their head coach. That's according to an ESPN report. Moore has been on the Michigan staff since 2018, spending the past 3 seasons as offensive coordinator. This past season took the reins as interim head coach for 4 games, all of them wins, with Harbaugh serving 2 different suspensions, sustaining the excellence at Michigan, helping them win a national championship. You remember what he did against Penn State, 32 straight rushing plays. He loves to run the football, and that's what they're probably going to do once again in 2024.
Please join me in welcoming the 21st head coach of Michigan football, Sharon Moore.
We will do everything each day as a team to continue the legacy of championship football that has been played here at the University of Michigan over the past 144 years. I prepared my entire coaching career for this moment, for this opportunity, and I can't think of a better place to do it than the University of Michigan.
This crowd is amazing. I wish I could be there tonight, but I feel like some of my friends are in the house. Come on down, guys. Go Blue.
Please welcome the 2024 College Football Playoff National Champions, the Michigan Wolverines.
With the 83rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the 2-time Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams select
Blake Corum.
Yes! Les Snead, you are a genius. You are hitting the jackpot. You too, Sean McVay. You betcha. You have a winner coming to Los Angeles, and all I have to say is hello, neighbor, right across the street. Whatever you need from NFL Network, I got you covered. What a superb choice.
Already has the maize, just a different shade of blue. Fantastic. Here's the Steelers.
With the 84th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Roman Wilson, wide receiver,
Wolverine-a-palooza! Roman Wilson is going to Pittsburgh, and they are getting a sudden dominant Senior Bowler. Yeah, Rose Bowler, national champion.
Mike Tomlin knows it. He knows it. When he goes to shop in Ann Arbor, he likes what he gets.
With the 85th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Zach Zinter, guard, Michigan.
I mean, now,
Go Browns.
I feel like, am I getting punked? Am I being punked? This guy.
Perfect, right in the middle. I can see once you get one, you might want to start adding. I already want to put a rose on it. Just
good for long rotation. They will drop at 9.625.
So the options there, you know.
Double layout. So difficult. He didn't even have to type that down.
Tattoo. Some of your players from just junior, whatever. What do they think of it? How's the healing process?
Good. I healed right from the beginning. There was no healing process. It was just good to go right from the beginning.
Do they approve? Junior and them?
Oh yeah. Everybody seems to like it. Kids, the family likes it. Yeah, the kids like it. Yeah, everybody has been unanimous, 100% support. The kids think it makes me look younger, and so I'll take it.
These days, the air is cleaner, the sun is brighter, the sky is bluer.
Yeah.
I don't know. Food tastes better. How about you, Charles?
Everything has been enhanced this year with a little bit of amazing blue sprinkled on it. Everything has a little amazing blue aura about it.
I agree.
Days.
It just is. It just life feels a little different.
Yeah, it just feels good. It just feels good.
That's like this was like our trading places moment.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Looking good, feeling good.
Yeah.
Man, what a year.
Right?
What a year.
And you were out there on the front lines.
Front lines.
You and Desmond were out there on the front lines. Just
every day.
Hearing it, every weekend.
Just taking strays from everybody. And it didn't matter. Because that's our school, and that's what we do.
That's what we
do.
Well, we hadn't done it since and this was unbelievable.
Incredible. We talked the other night, and we just talked about all of the things that were thrown at this team, thrown at those young men all season, and every game they just went out there and they just wore it. They wore it every game and went out there and produced, and they delivered the greatest season in Michigan football history this past year.
Now, you saying that is quite a statement.
100%. To go through it the way that they did, to lose your coach twice, to have to go through the playoffs, to have to go through Alabama, and then to play a Washington team that was hot in the finale and just get it done. And the fashion in which they were able to go out there and beat our biggest rival to end the season, unbelievable.
And the biggest rival has spent nothing but their every waking hour.
Yeah, and a lot of money too.
Apparently,
they're spending a lot of money they're throwing around these days.
I've heard that story.
Yeah.
But they have done nothing but try and keep kids and load up and come on back. And my response every time is, well, listen, even if somehow, some way, the result doesn't go our way in the horseshoe next year. There's 12 playoff teams this time around. So the elimination game between Michigan and Ohio State, at least we won the last one, and then I correct myself.
Exactly.
We won the last three.
You're right. Hey, Rich, the old belly laugh.
Feeling good, Charles.
Oh, this is great. Oh, man, this is great. Wow.
We sound the same, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
These
are
guys
feeling
are
it a
sick
little
of it.
bit.
They are so sick of it. They are so sick
But it's
of it.
okay. We're the champs, so it doesn't matter.
I'd like to see you happy, Rick. It's cool.
Rich.
I mean, I would love to argue, but when you're the champs, you're the champs.
You know what I'm saying?
You
It
can't
doesn't
say
matter.
anything.
It doesn't matter what
Yeah,
they
it
think.
doesn't matter.
Just enjoy the show.
Hey, I'm okay with Wood. I'm cool. I'd like seeing Rich happy because
Yeah.
for years he came in after that Buckeye game and he was down. The show wasn't as good.
Right.
The show was not as good.
The sun wasn't as bright.
No, and then you start winning. I told him
Yes.
to start saying it with your chest, and he did. And now our show is Emmy nominated
yeah.
every year, and it's great. It's all because of Michigan.
It's all because of Michigan.
I
Man.
agree. Catch.
Kenneth Grant in his face, fires intercepted. Mikey Bristol's got it at the 38-yard line. Handoff Corbin, he's got some room. 25, 20, Blake through. Blake coming to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Michigan. JJ back to pass, steps up in the pocket, avoids the rush, now fires, end zone. Roman Wilson, touchdown, Wolverines. McCord in a shotgun, looking, here comes the rush. He's hit as he throws, and it is intercepted. The Wolverines pick it off. It's the Ohio native. Milrow takes the snap back to pass. Here comes the rush, and down he goes. Snap, break, McGregor. And the Wolverines will play. Going to Houston.
You just won the national championship.